I'm standing outside the Royal Courts of Justice. For an hour and 15 minutes, Tommy Robinson's lawyers were trying to appeal his sentence, his prison sentence, for contempt of court. They made arguments that the sentence was overly strict, overly long, overly punitive, and that his mental health was deteriorating. One of the things Tommy's lawyers tried to do is get the court to look at what they call fresh evidence. That is a new 39-page mental health assessment of Tommy Robinson by an independent psychologist. So there was an application for what they call fresh evidence, and then there was an appeal on the sentence. The judges said they're going to take some time to consider it. They're not going to issue their ruling today. I should tell you that most appeals are not successful. It's not a rehearing of the case, it's a review of how the lower judge handled it. So I don't want to get overly optimistic, but it was good to see Tommy's legal team in action, and I do think that his barrister, Alistair Williamson, King's Counsel, was the better of the two lawyers on his feet today. Tommy was diagnosed with not only PTSD, but ADHD. Now, I'm not an expert in what those things are, but he's deteriorating, and the reason for that is because he's being kept in isolation. It's a form of solitary confinement, and that is not how people are meant to be kept for an extended period of time. And I think that the governor of the prison is a little bit sadistic. And we heard, for example, that Tommy's phone privileges were cut back from 8 or 10 hours a day to 2 hours a day. And I understand that that 2 hours a day happened to be during the middle of the day when Tommy's kids are at school and his other family is at work. So effectively, they cut off his phone rights. Again, that's a sadistic prison governor, Nicola Marfleet, who has no control of her own prison. Her prison is run by gangs. That's why he has to be in isolation, because Nicola Marfleet, frankly, is a bit of a woke DEI prison appointee.
His condition got worse since the last time you were here.
Yeah, and we couldn't really tell how Tommy was doing. He was on a video screen, but he's not at his best. And that's not my opinion. That's the opinion of an independent psychological expert who assessed Tommy at length and wrote a 39-page report about it.
This was not contested last time.
Well, and the government has not challenged that report in any way, has not refuted it, has not brought their own expert to counter it. The government basically says, so what? Obviously, the British establishment has some certain blind spots, and they don't like people pointing them out. I think of the enormous effort going out after Tommy Robinson compared to the lack of effort going after the grooming gangs and the rape gangs.